Greetings comic book fans and welcome to Dude's Comic Haul. I'm Jason and this is my weekly video where I share with you the new books I've picked up on today, officially the best day of the week, new comic book day. Big haul this week, so it's going to keep me out of mischief, that's one good thing, but it'll also keep me out of cash. First things first, something that I got was free, which is awesome. Always good to get something free. There's the Marvel previews, previewing all the different Secret Wars books they're bringing out in June. With June already, how bonkers is that we're in June already? The year is just flying by. But yes, I really like the idea of this, because I know last month there was at least about 2 books I picked up that I wasn't going to pick up just because I like the previews. So yeah, a really good idea and always good to get something free. We then have the only book I picked up off the shelf, Airboy, issue number 1. What I understand about this is the writer and the artist who do this, they're in the book, and it's kind of semi-autobiographical. I don't even pronounce it, but and so it's quite a brave thing, and like they're basically a lot of booze, a lot of drugs, a lot of rock and roll, some nudity, and then they start seeing this golden aged superhero called Airboy. It sounds very different. It's only a 4-part miniseries, so it isn't like an ongoing, but I think I was going to wait for this in trade because I do like James Robinson as a writer, but I thought I'd heard so much good things about it, I thought I'd give it a whirl. So the rest of these books are the books that are from my order with my comic shop. Next up we have Imperium, issue number 5. Loved the first arc. It just got better issue to issue, it just got better, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm really excited to see where the second arc is going to go, because where the first arc ended off was brilliant. We then have Dead Drop, issue number 2. I really like the idea of this. It's a real different kind of book where you have this chase and they're basically trying to catch this person. First issue was Exo Man of War trying to catch the person, they got away. Now another hero is going to come in and try and get this person. So I like it, it's quite an interesting idea. I'm not sure who we got this issue, but yeah, looking forward to that one. We then have Doctor Who, 12th Doctor, issue number 8. I think this is the 3rd part of the current story. I don't know if it says with the fractures. I've enjoyed this story so far. I like what they're doing with the 12th Doctor, and it's been good. I really enjoy my Doctor Who. Now, something that was a bit strange this week, we've got all 3 Star Wars books out in the 1 week. So we've got Princess Leia, issue number 4. Looks like things are going to go bad for her. We've got Darth Vader, issue number 6. The Emperor looking pretty pleased with himself on that cover. And we have Star Wars, issue number 6, which, are we going to get Luke Skywalker and Boba Fett going one-on-one? That would be interesting, because Luke is in no way at this point ready to go up to somebody like Boba Fett. So that would be interesting, but a bit strange that they all come out in the same week. We then have Spider-Woman, issue number 8. I really have been enjoying this. I don't know how much that is down to, like, we're past Spider-Verse, so the writer has maybe a bit more freedom now, or if it's the change of artist, but this book is just so much better than it was way back when it began. And, you know, sometimes I can be a bit quick to drop a book these days, you know, because I get so many that, and so, like, if a book isn't doing it, I'll be pretty quick in dropping it. And maybe sometimes I should have a bit of patience, because this book is a book that I stuck with, and it's repaid my patience by becoming a really great book. So maybe a lesson for me to be learned there, but really enjoying this and looking forward to this issue because it looks like it's going to be fun. We then have Master of Kung Fu, issue number 2, another book that I'm absolutely loving. Really love the first issue. Looking forward to that. This is only a mini-series, I believe it's 4 issues, which is a shame because it's one of those books that I've really enjoyed. We then have Secret Wars, issue number 3. This will be the first book I read this week. There's a lot of good books that I'm kind of conflicted when to read them, because there's so many books I want to get to, but this is definitely going to be first. I love the first 2 issues, and I'm hoping that it's going to stay strong, and that we're going to have an event that is going to be good all the way through, because I can't remember the last time we had an event that was good all the way through. We then have The Amazing Spider-Man 18.1, continues the Spiral storyline. I like that cover. And I've liked this. I like what they're doing with Black Cat. It's been interesting. I don't want it to stay this way forever. I kind of want to revert back at some point, but it's going down a different direction with it, so I like that. We have Jupiter Circle, issue number 3. I was really surprised last issue wound up that first story arc. I didn't realise we were going to go more than one story. I thought the whole kind of arc was going to be that story, because it's only, I think, 5 issues, is it? I think it says in the back. Yeah, 5 issues we're going to have. So yeah, I was really surprised that, I don't, because I've never read, because this is a prequel, so I've never read Jupiter's Legacy, so I don't know how the kind of structure to the story was in that. So, but I'm very intrigued to see where we're going to go with it next. We then have Big Man Plans, issue number 3 of 4. Really loved this book. It has been just brilliant, and there was that fantastic monologue that I read out in my southern accent last issue that I just absolutely loved. And yeah, this is just, for me, it's been one of those books that's just been a surprise hit of the year for me. One of the big surprises this year. It's been brilliant, and I'm kind of a bit heartbroken it's only going to be a mini-series, because it would be really cool if they brought it back and he just goes around kind of righting wrongs, if you will. That'd be a cool series. But anywho, we then have the Autumnlands Tooth and Claw, issue number 6. We've been enjoying this. It's been building nicely, and I'm definitely intrigued with where we're going to go, because things look like they're going to get good. It's been good already. We then have, this is a big thick one, kicking off the Darkseid War. We have Justice League issue 41. Love that cover, really great cover. I love Jason Fabok's art, and I'm so pleased to see him get to showcase his art on a book this big, so that is really cool. Jeff Johns has just really clicked. The last story arc, the book just became really great again. And I like the initial story arc when they began, how the team came together. I think I was one of the few that did enjoy that, because it was the characters meeting each other for the first time and not knowing who each other was and stuff, or like they all thought Batman had superpowers and he didn't, and they were all really surprised. So I liked that. I liked that whole thing of them meeting for the first time and coming together. But then I felt, since then, I felt the book's been up and down in quality. We've had good points like Throne of Atlantis, but then we've had other points where the book kind of has been a bit up and down in quality wise. And I felt the last story arc, the virus, oh God, the name escapes me now, but the last story arc they had to this, really check it out if you like Justice League and you dropped off this book. That last arc was just fantastic. Really, really good stuff. And now we're going into the Darkseid War, which that looks like it's going to be just as epic. And so yeah, really, this book is really launched into its own. It's really doing some good stuff. We then have Green Lantern, issue number 41. I've jumped back on this book. Before, one of the things that used to piss me off was they'd have a lot of stories that connect in it, and I didn't want to read all the Green Lantern books. So now they kind of think there's only 2 Lantern books. If you don't count Sinestro, there's 2 Lantern books, Green Lantern and Green Lantern Lost Army. So I liked where this went last issue. Well, with Hal Jordan, who's always been my favourite Lantern, and I'm really intrigued to see what they're going to do with him now. Another book I'm super excited is Green Arrow, issue 41. The last kind of arc was a bit disappointing. The creative team that came onto the book tried to make it too much like the TV show, which wasn't a total surprise, but it just didn't work. And I'm really looking forward to what we're going to get now, and hopefully we're going to keep his original cast together. And I'm definitely excited again for Green Arrow, and I think, you know, while there's a lot of books I want to get to, this book will be the second book I read. We then have Batman Beyond, issue number 1. This carries on kind of the Batman we saw in, what was it, Future's End, and because that book ended kind of funny, and I think the reason it ended kind of funny is it's got to carry on in there. At least that's the thing I got from the preview I read, the sneak peek we got. That was the kind of vibe I got, that this is going to be the Tim Drake. It's not going to be the, was it Terry McGinnis? It isn't going to be Mr. McGinnis. It's going to be Tim Drake, who's going to be, because of what happened in Future's End. So it certainly seems like that's going to carry on that story, which if it is, that's cool. But that's kind of the vibe I get. It's Dan Jurgens, who I like Dan Jurgens as a writer, and the art from Chang with Miolo on colours, who usually works a lot with Sorrentino. It looks good. So yeah, I'm excited to give that one a whirl. And like, yeah, I know, I said about the thing I didn't like about the Green Lantern books, they would all have these stories that carried on through or more. But then I've started picking up all the Superman books because they've got this story running through them all called Truth. This is like, I know it probably makes me a hypocrite, like I'm complaining about one book doing something and then I'm picking up another book because it's doing something. But basically this storyline Truth is really intriguing. What basically I understand is that Lois Lane has outed Superman, that she's revealed to the world in an article that Superman is Clark Kent, or Clark Kent is Superman. So now he's got no secret identity. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows where to find him. And it seems a very interesting direction for them to take the Superman character. Hence why he's got the costume change. Because why have the superhero threads? Why have to wear, disguise? People know who you are now. So I'm really intrigued. Also the thing is as well, Lois Lane's the one who's done this, it would have been even more interesting with the classic Superman, with how that him and Lois were together. In this, I don't think in the New 52 they've ever got together. They've liked each other, but they're with different people. So, yeah, so it's probably not going to have the impact it would have had. But still, it's a storyline that really intrigues me. So I'm picking up all the Superman books right now to kind of read this storyline, and we'll see where we go. We'll see where we go with that. So those are my books. A bloody big haul there. Pardon my language. I then more comics come in the post. I've got Detective Comics issue. What number is this? 37. It is the Darwyn Cooke variant. I really love Darwyn Cooke's art, so I thought I'd give that one a whirl. And then we got the Harley Quinn variant of issue 39. So I've got all the Manapul Butcherlao Detective Comic issues now. So if I didn't have enough to read. Now it's the weekly update. How much further along am I in my A Clash of Kings? This is the second book in the Saga of Fire, or Ice and Fire. I always get those two mixed up. Yeah, Ice and Fire. Better known to us TV viewers as the Game of Thrones. This week I am on page 170. First chapter that features Daenerys. So yeah, so I'm getting there slowly. A bit of slower week this week for reading that. So yeah, that is me pretty much done. The backup plan is I will be back about Monday with my comic review video. Cause I'm off tomorrow, but I ain't gonna have read this big stack of books by tomorrow. But then after tomorrow, my next day off is Monday, so that will be the day I will do my review video. If you want to know what I think of the books before then, I have a Tumblr now where I review some of the books. I don't review every book, just some of the books that I read. I write up a quick instant reaction kind of review. It's nothing. It's like when I do my review videos, I've kind of had time to think about things and to kind of let my thoughts pollinate and blossom into beautiful flowers. With the instant reaction, we haven't had time. It's the instant feel of what I think of those books. Sometimes it'll be the same. Sometimes it might be a bit different. When I've had time to reflect on something, I might not have that view. So it's an interesting thing to kind of get my instant take. So if you want to see my instant reaction reviews, they're on my Tumblr. If you go to my YouTube page, there's a link on there that will take you straight there. So yeah, that is me pretty much done. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will be back, as I said, Monday. If you like this video, give me those beautiful thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I've been Jason, and this has been Dude's Comic Haul. Bye for now.